And good morning, Savannah and the Low Country. It's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report live after 3-week hiatus back here on the Coach's Corner Soundgarden stage. That's right. It's the coach. He's back. May 20th was the last time I was here, which was the first time in a long time. So I'm glad to be back. You know, a couple of family trips, a couple of special events like last week, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, 5K, 10K, Coaches for Curing Cancer run to benefit the cure childhood cancer. So it's been a lot of fun, been on the road. I'm glad to be back in the confines of the beautiful Soundgarden. From what I hear, the lights have been updated. The sound has been updated. I never noticed there's this huge fan in the middle. And we got a big concert tonight. That's right. Driving and Crying. John Henderson's favorite band, from what I hear. I'll give you a little insight about that at the end of the show, what this band does. It's a packed house. I don't know if there's any tickets left. Sorry, just dropped the cane. Yeah, I'm still walking with a cane, but the brace is off. I'm back in the saddle again. That's all I got to say. Hey, if you got a comment, put it in the comment box. We already got one up. And that's, of course, the man that is the OG of the Coach's Corner Sports Network, Lawrence Bennett, behind the scenes, the producer of Wednesday night show, Rubbin' and Grubbin' with Brandon Bain, the Atlanta man. Then, of course, they come on What's Happening in the Soundgarden right after that. Lawrence does a great job, okay? And remember, there are 4 shows on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. That's right. We have our own Coach's Corner Sports Network. Rubbin' and Grubbin' Wednesday nights, 6 to 7 with the Atlanta man, Brandon Bain. Yours truly, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, every Saturday morning, hopefully on the Soundgarden for the rest of the summer, from 9 to about 10:30. I know the producer would like me to go to 11 o'clock, but it's kind of tough. But once again, I'm here every Saturday morning. Then once a year, Masters Week. First week in April, we have the 19th hole with the Herb brothers. Check it out, Sean and Brent Herb. Go to YouTube, and you can see that, the 19th hole. And then, of course, we got one podcast, which we're back-to-back weeks. Who's on First Base? The baseball podcast with the coach, Karl DeMasi, and, of course, the baseball fanatic, Kyle Lawson. You can check that out on Podbean. You can check that on TuneIn Radio. That's right, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Who's on First Base? TuneIn Radio. National radio on the internets. Check it out. Lawrence, appreciate you, brother. Keep me straight. I got everything rolling. I know there's a little glare on the screen behind me, but there's nothing I can do about that, brother, due to the fact that, that's where the sun's coming from. So maybe we can get a big screen for me. Yeah, another thing John Henderson wants to do. They upgraded the stage. That's right. You see me. I'm on the Soundgarden stage. Let me zoom out here. You can see tonight. That's the coach. I'm right here on the stage. All right. Driving and Crying tonight. Lawrence, is it sold out? Are there still tickets? If you're still watching or you're in the background there, let me know. Make a comment. So let me zoom in a little. And, yeah, that's good. Let's keep the Soundgarden stage in focus. Behind me, 9 75-inch TVs. If you want a sporting event to watch, John Henderson and the crew will get it up there for you. Hey, check it out. All right. So what is the Karl DeMasi Sports Report? Play 4 innings? 5 innings, I think. 5 innings. First inning right here, introduce the show, local news, local sports news, that is, of course. Then in the second quarter, we bring on a guest. Today, we have a special guest from my race, speedforneed.org. Eric Adamski, the safety coordinator, comes on. You know anything about the Hoyt family? Dick Hoyt, Rick Hoyt, they both passed away. That was the father-son team in the Boston Marathon. He pushed him in that chariot, that little race thing. So check it out. But, you know, he's coming on to explain that they're doing this now in Savannah, Georgia, and I'll have a highlight from my race that you could see what they do with these, special need people that can't run on their own. It's something special. Check it out, 9:15. 9:30, inning number 3, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week from Savannah Christian. State champion, 2 times, back-to-back, the Space Goats. He's rising senior, Jamari McIvory. I wanted to get on Lyric Olson from Savannah Arts Academy because she also repeated, but very tough to get in touch. You know, some weeks tried to get the girls' golf team from Savannah Christian. They're all playing golf. So we got Jamari McIvory, back-to-back state champion in the 400 meters, and he also won a gold in the 200 meters. Then inning number 4, FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Savannah area Fellowship of Christian Athletes, putting on their 7th annual baseball clinic. We'll talk to the man who's been very, very good to baseball in Savannah, Georgia, and that's, of course, the Savannah FCA area baseball ambassador, Jason Rockwell. And inning number 5, I'll take 3 steps out the door. I'll give you my 3 social media videos that I really liked. I got 4 or 5 this week, so I went a little overboard. And I'll do Karl's Corner. That's where I'll give you editorial about sports. What's on my mind about something that's happened in sports. Whoops. Little breeze coming across the stage. All right, so we got 9:05. I got about 5 minutes to get this done. Hold it. Lawrence Bennett, tonight's show is sold out. Driving and Crying is sold out. Thomas Claxton and the Myth will be the warm-up band, and Driving and Crying is sold out. Pretty special. This place is going to be rocking tonight. So if you can't get a ticket, maybe you can get a ticket, okay? So check it out. But thank you, Lawrence, for keeping me posted on what's going on here on the Coach's Corner Soundgarden Music Stage. Remember, it's all food, all sports, all music, all food, all fun, all family-friendly fun right here at Coach's Corner since 1991. And my number one guest, he's here every Saturday morning checking in on me, Dennis Kessler. Yes, Dennis, good morning. It's great to be home. I'm feeling a lot better. Soundgarden looks good. I mean, they redid it. Dennis, you too. Have a wonderful day. And as always, I know, go Cavaliers. Got to love Dennis Kessler. Always checking in on me. So we got to go from there. All right. Let's go to local sports. This is 3 steps in the door. High school, college, and pro. High school. I mean, even though the season's over, there's so much going on. We got the Savannah boys. Savannah High School Boys Summer League going on at Savannah High. Tim Jordan doing a great job with that. We got the Jenkins Girls Basketball Summer League going on at Jenkins with Coach Booker. Okay, so you can check those on. I mean, let's see. The LB3 Foundation put on their annual golf summer camp. Great story on the Prep Sports Report. The LB3 Foundation helping kids, along with First Tee, get a taste of what golf's all about. We have 2 Savannah area prep sailors going to Charleston, Julia Bell and Tyler Moore. Julia Bell, a freshman out of St. Vincent's Academy. She'll be going with Richmond Hills, Tyler Moore, to the Charleston Yacht Club. They'll learn how to sail keel boats. They'll go from dinghies, which I know how to do a dinghy, okay, the small boats to the keel boats. Full paid scholarship, the 17th annual Demir Sailing Scholarship from the Savannah Yacht Club. Check it out, Prep Sports Report. Okay. Bear Dollander. Okay. He won the boys Sea Palms Junior Classic. Okay. 14 to 15 group. Mary Miller, Savannah Christian golfer, 2-time state champion, low medalist this year. Well, what did she do in the past week? All right. Mary Miller, okay, won the Georgia State Golfing Association's women's match play on June 4th. Then she comes back on June 7th, and she wins the Georgia PGA Junior Championship for a second year in a row. She's having a phenomenal year. Don't forget the Savannah Fellowship Christian Athletes have their annual baseball classic. It started last night at Guyton. It's a 3-game set, so all these kids get played at Guyton. Started at 7 o'clock. They're going to be swinging it now today. Doubleheader, 2 7-inning games over at Benedictine at 2 o'clock. Jason Rockwell will be here to tell us about it, okay? Other news with local kids, Benedictine. Al Presto III. This kid's been chasing his dream, just recently signed with the Toronto Blue Jays. He was part of that 2014 state championship team. South Effingham's Casey Brown went to South Georgia College, played at Georgia College, assistant coach up there this year. He is now the head coach of the Lexington Blowfish. I think they're off to a 5-2 start. Casey Brown out of South Effingham High School. And then Calvary's Jay Wetherington is playing in the Major League Baseball Draft League, a wooden bat league for baseball players who have a possibility of getting drafted this year. So we got a lot going on. All right. So just remember, dates to remember for Georgia High School, whole month of June and July, everybody can do anything. You can coach your team. You can go to basketball games. You can play baseball games. You can have practices. July 31st when football starts, along with volleyball, cross-country, softball, cheerleading, and all start July 31st. Flag football starts September 11th. Swimming October 9th. Basketball October 23rd with wrestling. Tennis January 8th. Then January 15th, we kick in with baseball, lacrosse, and soccer. And then golf kicks in January 31st. So those are your startup dates for all the local high school teams. Okay. College. Okay, we do have a college note here. From Savannah State, the duo of Joe Smith and Enrico Pele, who played baseball for the Tigers this year, were named to the 2023 American Baseball Coaches Association Rawlings NCAA Division II South All-Region team. Hey, Smith batted .404, okay, out of Brunswick, Georgia. He had 67 hits, 62 runs scored, 11 doubles, 7 triples, 6 home runs, 57 RBI. Smith also had a .516 on-base percentage with a .663 slugging percentage, and he stole 25 bases. Pretty impressive by Joe Smith. Now, Enrique Pele, Tigers ace, 12-2 record, 2.96 ERA. In 76 innings pitched, he surrendered 71 hits, 30 runs, 25 earned runs, 29 walks, 3 homers, while striking out 66 batters. Scad's off for the summer. Major League Baseball, Braves are hot. 5 straight wins, 5 straight comeback wins. Okay, they did it again last night with the small ball against the Washington Nationals. They won 3-2 on Orlando Arcia's single up the middle, infield single. Okay, broke up an 8th inning tie. They go on to win 3-2. They'll play the Nationals tonight they play the Nationals this afternoon at 4:10. And Jared Schuster will pitch for the Braves. Last night, 20-year-old rookie, let me get this straight, Smith Schwaber, okay, I think it's Al Smith Schwaber, okay, allowed 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts in his rookie debut as a starting pitcher, only 20 years old, okay? All right, so that's the Braves. All right, they're in first place. They got a 4.5 game against the Marlins. PGA Golf, Brian Harmon's off. The PGA Champions Tour is at the American Family Insurance Championship in Madison, Wisconsin. Tim O'Neill doing very well. Tied for 15th at 3 under after the first round. Gene Sowers is taking a little break. And, of course, local sports, Savannah Bananas. Taking on the Aussies, the Drop Bears, okay? Last night, great game. 3-1 victory for the Savannah Bananas. Drew Meadows with a strike to home plate last night. Ended the game, getting the Aussie out at the plate. The Bananas on the year are 20-20-2, 42 games in. The Party Animals, though, are 17-14-2. The Savannah Bananas will play the Aussie Drop Bears. They played Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, take Sunday off, and then Monday, the Party Animals get to play the Aussie Drop Bears. It was pretty good because the Aussie Drop Bears, they're into it. They know how to play banana ball, okay? It was pretty impressive. Next week, the Bananas will be in Birmingham, Alabama. And then on the 23rd and 24th, they'll be in Indianapolis. Savannah Clovers, 1-4-2. Okay, they are away today at the Maryland Bobcats, the second-place team in the region. All right, so I got to get out of here. Got to get on time. Stay tuned because we got talking about speedforneed.org. It's an organization that helps handicap or people who can't run 5K and 10K, maybe even a marathon like Dick Hoyt and Rick Hoyt did up in Boston for such a long time. I'll be back in 3 minutes. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the Soundgarden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dining service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision. Faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. Come cut and get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And good morning, Savannah. June 10th, 2023. The coach is back on the Soundgarden stage after 3 weeks hiatus, okay? Getting over a little injury, surgery, but I'm back here live, and it's nothing better than to be here on the Soundgarden stage. That's right. I zoomed out. I'm on the Soundgarden stage right here at Coach's Corner, Victory Drive-In Thunderbolt. And I hate to tell you, tonight's show, Driving and Criving, is sold out. And if you've never seen Driving and Criving, I'll get to that later on. It's pretty special. All right, last week, I was at the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, presented by Optum Orthopedics, presented by the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, Prep Sports Report, and How to Run Specialty Store. And it's raised money, 7 years strong, to fight childhood cancer. All the proceeds, all the money that's made goes to the cure. 117 runners signed up, first time ever. 116 runners ran. Got a phone call. Can we bring our organization in to be part of this? Can you make sure you, not make sure, but can you please announce that we're part of this? I said, no problem. That was Eric Adamski out of speedforknee.org local chapter. Okay, what this group does is they push handicap, special needs, or someone who can't run a 5K in a chariot, a three-wheeled race chair. And they call them, okay, let me get this right. I want to get this right. The track commanders are the participants in the seat, and the drivers are the pusher. It's something special. You got to watch it. But this is what it looked like at the start of the race last week. Check this out. They're right in front. There are the chariots. Pretty special. And that was the start of the race. And I mean, what more can you say? But Eric Adamski, avid runner, 5K, 10K runner, is out running this today. But I told him, let's tell people about it. So here's my pre-recorded segment with speedforknee.org safety director in Savannah, Georgia, Eric Adamski. Find out. And it's free, people. It's free. Yes, this is pre-recorded because this next guest is out there running on the street somewhere. I don't know if he's pushing a three-wheeled chair. I don't know if he's going to be running on his own, but every Saturday you can probably watch this man. I mean, it's phenomenal. 50 years old. He's winning these 5Ks all over the place. But something special happened at my race last week, okay? The Coaches for Curing Cancer 5K run. Of course, sponsored by Optum Orthopedics, presented by the Karl DeMasi Sports Report and the Prep Sports Report. It's been going on for 7 years. We've raised the most money we have in 7 years. Great turnout. And I got a phone call a couple of days before that about, can we come in and run with our chairs? I said, hey, you know what? More runners, more the merrier. And these people have signed up, and it was good. We had 4 chairs come out. And if you haven't been following it, okay, it's legendary. Rick Hoyt up in Boston would push his son in a wheelchair in that marathon. Okay, they started out in the 5K, they finished dead last, but everything got built up. And it was pretty special that this guy, Rick Hoyt, and his son did it for over 30 years. Well, Rick Hoyt just passed away, and it's so ironic that I get a call from Eric Adamski, who's from Richmond Hill, and his son's, was an all-world cross-country track star at Richmond Hill, now in college. And he says, can we do this? I said, hey, I'd love to have it. And it was special seeing these 4 people in the chairs and 4 runners pushing them. And it was something special. And, Eric will get into, well, what qualifies you to get in a wheelchair or a racing chair? Let's call it a racing chair. He'll give me the better term when I bring him on, and push him in the 5K or the 10K. I think everybody did the 5K. But anyway, got to talk about it. Got to let you people know about it. And it's called Speed for Need. You can go to speedforneed.org and find it. You can go to Speed for Need on Facebook and find it. But it's a great, it's something special giving back to the people that can't run or walk a marathon. 93-year-old Bill Bridge. Okay. He did it last year, but he couldn't do this year, so they pushed him. So while joining me on the Coach's Corner hot seat, I'm enough about babbling on about this, is the safety director for the Speed for Need expansion chapter, and that's, of course, Eric Adamski. I got to try and get that right. I know butchered it up a couple times with your son, but Eric, always a pleasure. Thank you for last Saturday. Great event, most ever, 116 runners. We raised the most money we have in 7 years, and it was special. And I'm glad you called me. Thank you for having that the Speed for Need there.
Thank you for having us on. Yes, Speed for Need was born out of the F3 workout group. There are local chapters here in the Coastal Empire. There is a workout group for men. F3 stands for Fitness, Fellowship, and Faith. And we work to promote leadership as well as get workouts with men in the region. You can go to F3 Nation and find a location near you. There's Wilmington Island, Landings, Lake Mare, there's Effingham, Pooler, Richmond Hill, and all throughout the Coastal Empire. And one of the guys from F3 in Charlotte had a special needs son that he wanted to participate in the 4th of July race a few years back. And that's how Speed for Need was born.
Well, I'm telling you right now, Speed for Need, okay, is anybody with a special need, child or adult, can participate. And it's pretty special because she had 3 special needs athletes. I'm going to call them athletes. And and I know he's not going to get mad at me, but the old guy, Bill. So, I mean, it was pretty special. So tell us, if somebody wants to get involved in this, and before, we did this pre-recording, I'm going to put on a little video. I put on a video that shows people from the race what you guys were doing. If someone wants to get involved in this, how do they get involved? Who do they email? How do they get in touch with somebody?
Great question. The best way to get involved is to go to our website at speedforneed.org. And that's all words, no numbers, speedforneed.org. And there are several tabs on there. If you want to ride or ride in a chair or you know someone who does, you click on the ride tab, you'd fill out a waiver. We'll get in contact with you. There's a calendar tab so you can see when our next race is coming up. There is a tab for donations, which we desperately need to keep this organization going. And it's not cheap to put these runners in races. It takes a little bit of funds. And let's see, if you want to help to push, there's a tab on there for that. So you could go to the website. There's a lot of FAQs. It should answer all your questions about Speed for Need. There's a little video, tells how we got started, shows pictures of the chairs and what we do.
And if you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. We're talking to the safety director of the Speed for Need expansion chapter here in Savannah, Eric Adamski. And what it is that runners are pushing athletes in special race chairs. I'm going to call it a race chair. What's the exact term you use?
So a racing chair is appropriate. I've heard them referred to as chariots as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that too. They're very high-end chairs. And you had mentioned Rick Hoyt earlier, and the Hoyt Racing Company actually produces these chairs.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. And, well, we'll get into that. So tell me this. I mean, you're an avid runner. I mean, your son, was avid runner. You're an avid runner. Now you're going to take away from what you want, not what you want to do, but what you enjoy doing that makes you feel great when, 5K, 10K, and now you're helping somebody else. How does that make you guys feel when you're the pusher in this type of race?
Okay. Let's go back to the terms. I think that explains a lot. So we call the rider in the chair the track commander.
Okay.
And these are military terms. The track commander is the most important person in the vehicle.
Right.
Okay. The pusher we call the driver. The driver's main objective is to get the track commander to the destination and complete the mission safely.
I gotcha.
So that says a lot right there. We are there to get the track commander, allow a person with disabilities or special needs to be included in community fitness events and raise awareness for the cause, raise awareness to disabilities, whether it be a special needs person, whether it be a cancer survivor, whether it be a veteran, or maybe someone like Bill, who you mentioned earlier. Bill's run over 600 5Ks in his lifetime. And, he's 92, 93. And,
yeah.
His knees don't work as well as they did. And for him to get out there and socialize and be able to participate, that's awesome.
But how does it make you feel as the pusher? Not the, sorry. Got to use the tactical terms. As the driver, when you're pushing the track commander, and you're a guy that loves to run on the pavement, you like the races, but you being with this track commander, how do you feel about that?
Well, it's something you really have to experience. It's a really cool feeling to be able to have that responsibility. The parents of the track commanders gives them something to just be really proud about, something positive for their child. And, depending on the commander, they just have a great time, really. We have all sorts of people that enjoy it, and they may have different reasons. Maybe it allows them to socialize. Maybe, it definitely makes them feel special, and to be able to be included and participate and kind of be the star of the show. So it's a win-win all around.
And the track commanders, I don't know whether the young man or two young men had cerebral palsy or muscular dystrophy. What's their reactions when you guys are pushing them and then crossing that finish line? Sorry, when you guys are driving them, not pushing them.
That's right. They love it. I haven't had a negative reaction yet. Everyone's pretty happy. Of course, each track commander gets to participate in our events for free. They all receive a Speed for Need medal and a Speed for Need t-shirt, and they get a lot of pictures taken, a lot of attention by the other runners, their families, and of course the F3 group and any other group that joins us in pushing these track commanders.
I mean, it's definitely something special watching that Saturday when you guys came in with those track commanders and the drivers. And, I heard a little, I was reading on the internet because you do your research before you get on here. Someone stole 3 of those chairs.
Oh yeah. So we had, we keep the chairs in a mobile trailer so we can get them to and from events. And they went to get the trailer before a race up in Charlotte, and the trailer was gone. They took the trailer. They ended up, of course, calling the police, reporting it stolen. There was a huge news story in Charlotte, and it eventually they just pleaded, "Hey, dump the chairs." There's a backup on the production of the chairs. They're a one-of-a-kind thing. They're very hard to get. And we were going to be out chairs, so somebody just dumped them behind an old abandoned house, and some passerby had seen the news story and said, "Hey, I found your chairs." We went out there. We were so happy. We collected them. In order to get the event in Charlotte kicked off, we loaned our trailer to them for a couple weeks, and they were able to get the track commanders in their chairs and complete their mission.
So, donations. Okay, this is what it's all about. It started in Charlotte, came down to Atlanta, expansion, came to Savannah. So everybody's borrowing these chariots. They need your help, and that's what it's all about. And I just can't believe people. Well, that's society today. I'm not going to get into that. That's another story. We're talking about the good things on my show. So, but you need help. I mean, you need donations so you can get more chairs, right?
We do. We have to fund ourselves so we can expand to the next site and grow this and allow another community to enjoy the Speed for Need opportunity and include those with special needs in community events. If you go on our website, speedforneed.org, and click the donate button, it'll say for $10 you can buy a t-shirt for a track commander. For I think it's 25 you can cover their entry fee. For 60 you could cover their whole race. And if you wanted to kick out $5,000 for a new chair, we'd love that too. But we're looking to partner with not only individual workout groups, but we're looking for corporate sponsors. And this is a win-win situation. Nothing but positivity comes out of Speed for Need. Go ahead.
No, I just want to make sure people, you saw at the bottom of the recording here, I had speedforneed.com. It's speedforneed.org. There's always a glitch somewhere during the show that I make. I'm a novice at this, but I like doing it. If I make mistakes, it don't bother me. It bothers you. What can I tell you? But speedforneed.org, that's where you can help out. That's where you can be a driver. That's where you can get that track commander involved. You got to do this. So let's wrap this up. I told you I only keep you about 10, 12 minutes. So anything other special you want to say? But I'll end that after you make a comment about anything else you want to tell the community about this.
I would say the F3 workout group are the stewards of the chairs, and we would like them to be a resource for the community. If you've got a business and know a special needs person, or maybe someone's going through some cancer, or a veteran who your business would like to rally around and get in one of our races, go on there on our website, speedforneed.org, and sign up for ride, contact us, and let's set up an event where you can come with your track commander, and you could join the Men of F3 as a driver or drivers. And I would love for this to be a great resource for the community and to help out all the people putting on races. If we showed up with 4 chairs from 4 different organizations, and each organization had 10 people to push that chair and join us, that's 50 more people in a race. And I know as someone who put on a race, Coaches for a Cure, you would just love to have an extra 50 people in your race anytime Speed for Need showed up. And that's how I really see this growing. And I would love it to be a resource for the community.
Well, Eric, besides you guys doing this, it's something special, giving back to an athlete, and they're athletes who would love to do this if they could on their own. It's something special. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I got goosebumps when I saw what you were talking about. I didn't understand when you called and asked me, and doing the research last night on this organization. It's something special. Keep up the great work. And anytime you got something special, let me know. Let me know where Speed for Need is going to be at so we can let the community know.
All right. Sounds good. We have a calendar on our website, speedforneed.org. You can click that and find out when our next race is. I think our next local race in Savannah is going to be the 9-line race on September the 23rd. We do have a weight limit on our chairs, 200-pound weight limit. 6'3" is the max height, and it can't take anybody smaller than a toddler.
You got it. 9-line run for the wounded, 923, speedforneed.org will be there. So check it out. Go to online, and you want to register, get involved. But once again, appreciate it. And what you're doing is really, really special.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.
I mean, just a great thing to do. Someone who can't run, someone who can't do that 5K, 10K marathon. You want to be part of it right there. Speedforneed.org. Put them in a chariot. You be the driver. You take that track commander. I'm getting excited about this because I'm telling you right now, I witnessed it. I experienced it last week. Just something special. Thank you, Eric Adamski, for what you do. This guy's an avid runner. He wins 5Ks, 10Ks. He's 50 years old. He's in great shape. He finished second, driving a young man last Saturday at the Karl DeMasi Sports Sport 5K, 10K, Coaches for Cure Cancer charity run. All right. This young man's been waiting. I told him to come on about 9:25. I didn't think that interview was that long, but it was. And I'm telling you right now, back-to-back champion, didn't lose a race this year as far as the Georgia High School State Association season goes. He's got bling all over the place. He also received a scholarship over to play football. He also plays basketball. You name it, this kid does everything. I'm excited to have him on again. Had him on last year because he was the Georgia High School State Association 400-meter champ, while this year, back-to-back champion, and he has the 200 meters to his resume. Coming up next, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week from Savannah Christian, rising senior, Jamari Space Ghost McIvory. Be back in 3 minutes, Jamari. Hang in there, because you know what? You got to thank the people who sponsor you. You know what I mean? We'll be back in 3 minutes talking with the Space Ghost. All on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia. Because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why there's always sports, live music in the Soundgarden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dining service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision. Faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting it equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. That's right, the coach is back. Hopefully you could tune in, and hopefully you've been tuning in and you've been following along. I mean, just a great concept. Last guest, Eric Adamski, outrunning a race, but speedforneed.org. Go check it out. You want to push someone who can't run a 5K, they're special needs, they're older, they can't run anymore. Get involved. It's just a great organ. Dick Hoyt and Rick Hoyt Okay, Dick Hoyt was the father. Rick Hoyt was the son. 30 years pushing his son in the Boston Marathon. They both passed away this year. Dick Hoyt was 80. Rick was 61. Rick was a special needs athlete. Just a great cause. Just a great cause. Go check it out. Keep it on the track. Keep it on the running, in the running theme. This next guest, back-to-back state champion. Okay. Unbelievable athlete. Football, basketball, and track and field. He does it all. Also got an offer to play football at a little school up in Michigan known as Wayne State University. Some relationship to a guy named Karl DeMasi, but pretty special. And I didn't know my son was going to do this. And my son now is the offense coordinator, quarterbacks coach, assistant head coach up there at Wayne State. And he thinks very highly of this young man because of his athletic ability, football ability, you name it, he does it. Well, just to let you know, okay, Jamari McIvory, Savannah Christian Ryan season, won the class 3A 200 meter first time. Last year he came in fifth, okay? He won the 400 meter again, back-to-back titles in different classifications. Last year was AA, this year was 3A, so he moves up one, okay? A time of 21:65 in the 200 meter, 48:10 in the 400 meter. He also ran the leg on the Raiders 4x4 400 relay team that finished fourth. As a sophomore, like I told you, he won the 200 meters, was fifth in the 400 meters. On the season, okay, during the season, Jamari was a perfect 10 for 10 first place gold medals in the 200 meter, 9 first place gold medals in the 400 meter. What can I say? Back-to-back state champion. He deserves to be on. I wanted to make this the weekend of champions, but the Savannah Christian golf team is out playing golf, individual golf somewhere. Lyric Olson from Savannah Arts Academy, she's couldn't get back to me, so why not? Let's just go with this young man. This week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week from Savannah Christian, rising senior, Jamari. You got to love the name, Space Ghost McIvory. What's up, Jamari? How's it going?
It's going good.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time, coming on and talking about what you've been doing. And it's just something special that you can go back-to-back years. So let's start off quickly. Tell us about Jamari, the Space Ghost McIvory. When did you start getting involved in sports? And when did you start really concentrating on track? And where did you get the nickname from?
I started getting involved with sports. Ever since I was little, I was like 5 or 6. When I first watched football, and then like ever then, I just started doing sports. And then I got the nickname by one of my coaches from a youth football team. He gave it to me after I scored a game-winning touchdown.
Nice. And Space Ghost, you're just running by everybody, and 3-sport athlete. I mean, pretty impressive. Now, let's just concentrate right now on track because that's your back-to-back champion. You won 2 gold medals. All right. So going into this track season, the high school track season, I know because you run all year round. I don't know how you do it between football and basketball and school. But what were your goals coming into this season?
It was like to win every race. Like I said, I got like all first place in every race I did up to state.
And how would you sum this up? I mean, first place in every race going into states. How would you sum this season up as far as your career goes?
Pretty good.
Is it one of the best ever, or is it your best ever so far?
Not yet. Next season will be better.
Next season will be better. Good answer. Okay. I love asking athletes this, because there's pregame rituals in football. There's pregame rituals in basketball. All right. What's your pregame ritual in track and field? I know you guys don't eat a lot, but is there certain food, certain music, certain routine?
I just eat peanut butter crackers before I run.
No music, just peanut butter crackers?
Yes.
It gives you that little quick. So going into the finals, okay, of both races, the 200 meter, 400 meter, what were you thinking about? What was your feeling going into those races? I was going to win. It's going to be tough. What were your feelings going into those races?
I felt very confident in both of them.
Were you surprised by the outcome?
No.
Well, how about either race? Which one were you more confident in?
I'll more confident in the 400.
In the 400, that's your best event?
Yes.
So were you shocked that you took the 221.65?
I was.
Was there any competition in either race?
Not really.
So once again, another race you're running against the clock, eh?
Yes.
Tell people what running against the clock means.
Like you got to get a good time.
Okay. Let's go to the 400 meters, which you consider your better race. Back-to-back champion in different classifications. Run us through the race and coming down the stretch. What were your thoughts going through your mind?
When I came out the blocks, like I know I started off a little bit slow, but I like caught them on the back stretch. And like the 200, that's when I started catching everybody. And when I got to like the 300, I already knew I won because I was ahead of everybody. So I just exploded and try to finish hard.
Get to that next level, kick in the afterburners, right?
Yes.
All right. So last year, was it a surprise that you won the 400 meters?
A little bit.
So this year you win it again. What was the feeling that you went back to back and in two different classifications?
Like I was excited, but I was more excited about the 200 because like I didn't know I could really win the 200 like that.
It's pretty special that you go back to back. Is there a difference talent-wise in the classifications, or there's a bunch of good runners in every classification in the state?
It's a bunch of them in every classification.
Okay. If you're just tuning in, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. We're at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week with two-time state champion in the 400 meter. He also took a gold medal in the 200 meter. Savannah Christian rising senior, Jamari McIvory. So, you play three sports, okay? Football, basketball, and baseball. Sorry, football, basketball, track, and field. I know probably Coach Oglesby would want you to play baseball because you probably steal every base if you got on base. Which sport do you consider your best and why?
Probably track because like it's more easier for me.
It's more easier for you. Which one do you like the most?
I like all of them the same, but I don't know which one.
Whatever in season, right? That's what you like to do?
Yes.
All right. So, like I told you, athletes have routines or superstitions. How do you balance getting ready or preparing for each different sport? I mean, because there's certain things you got to do for football. There's certain things you got to do for basketball. There's certain skills you have to do for track and field. How do you balance that? How do you do that?
Like before the season ends, like I already start practicing the sport, the sport I want to do next. I could be already. Next
one up, perfect segue, is football. So what are you doing about football?
I'm probably just going to focus on football this summer.
All right. Well, are there workouts? Coach Woodward got you doing different things?
It's like the same thing from last year, like lifting weights. We're doing like a bunch of cone drills this year. And like we're supposed to be doing like a lot of 707 too.
Well, you guys are being touted as one of the better teams in the area, so it's going to be fun watching you and Calvary and those teams in that region go at it. So, as far as the region in football, what's your expectations?
We should go 10-0 and beat Calvary this year.
Nice. Okay, that's something special, and it's just a coincidence, and I had no idea that my son was going to offer you scholarship to Wayne State University up there in Detroit. What was the feeling when he offered you that scholarship? I mean, because have you got any offers from track and field yet?
I got a couple from track and field.
Well, how about when you got the football offer? How did that make you feel?
I was very happy.
So, all right. So, we did this last year. You want to mention anybody that's really helped you with your success so far? Family, friends, coaches?
My dad, my mom, sister, Coach Didi, Coach Taylor, and Gary.
So, they push you to your limits. They make you be what you want to be. Any idea in the future now? I know it's your whole senior year to go. You got football, basketball, track and field. But in your future, what do you foresee yourself doing in college?
I'm gonna see if I could try to do track and football at the same time.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of athletes do that. They're football stars and they're track stars. Pretty impressive. So, you got football coming up, but what's next for you this summer? Because I see you running all over the places in different track meets. What's going? Because last year you were the AAU national champion. What do you got going for you this summer?
I'm gonna try to be AAU national champion again.
When does that meet come up?
I I think in like middle of July.
Okay. Anything you want to say to anybody else, Savannah Christian community next year going in? Anything else you want to say? So, all right, Jamari, keep up the great work. I mean, it's fun watching you win all these gold medals, and I know you like that bling because we could see that when you got it around your neck and you're smiling. So keep it up, and next year you'll be back telling us more about winning more state gold medals and where you're going to wind up going to play, hopefully, football and track.
I will.
Hey, have a good Saturday. Appreciate it. Once again, congratulations. Everybody's proud of you.
Thank you.
Once again, very, very humble young man. He doesn't, you can see what he does with his results on the track and field and football and basketball. Just a great kid, back-to-back state champion. It's just something special. All right. Got to thank him for coming on too. So you see it scrolling at the bottom of the show. Go like the Karl DeMasi Sports Report YouTube channel. Karl DeMasi Sports Report YouTube channel. Put Driving and Crying in the YouTube video comments after you like and subscribe. And I will randomly choose, of course, leave an email or a phone number so I can get in touch with you or text me. All right. If you want to text me, I don't know if I could show. Yeah. If you do this and you want to text me and tell me you did this and you want to, not everybody get your phone number on YouTube. Okay. There's my phone number. Okay. Text me that you did this and it's sold out. You can't get in. Permission from the OG, Lawrence Bennett, the producer of the show and a producer of all the shows here at Coach's Corner, gave me the authority to do this. You get 2 tickets to tonight's sold-out show, and it's sold out. So spread the word. Let's do this, okay? Win 2 tickets to see Driving and Crying tonight. Sold out. You can't get any tickets if you try to walk up. Go like and subscribe to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, and I'll randomly choose the winner before 5 p.m. tonight, and I'll let you know. Now, remember, go to my phone number or go to my email and text me that you did this with your phone number so I can tell you if you were the winner. Once again, appreciate it. Lawrence, always appreciate it. All right, next up, we got the Savannah Area FCA 7th Annual Baseball Classic with the Savannah FCA Baseball Ambassador, Jason Rockwell. Hey, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Soundgarden stage because it's all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Be back hopefully in 3 minutes with my guest. Stay tuned. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Okay, I'm trying to find the button. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the Soundgarden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dining service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision. Faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson's Sports Shop. They'll come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, Come see where everyone is a
Yo,
winner.
you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here at Coach's Corner on the Soundgarden stage, because it's all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. It's a lot of fun being here every Saturday morning. And I guess I would say this young man and I have been doing this for a very, very good long time, because baseball's been very, very good to us. And, if you know this guy, of course, he was on TV before I got here. All right, 93 to 95 for WTOC. And then he took his talents other places. Baseball coach at the Coastal Homeschool for, 11 years. He did a great job. He's been behind the baseball camp, baseball at the stadium with the Sycamore camp. I think that's going on 20-something years. So he's very involved in the baseball community. He also was the chaplain for the Savannah Sandnats, who are now the Columbus Fireflies, because they had to jump ship because the historic Grayson Stadium wasn't good enough for them. But he found another calling when the Savannah Fellowship of Christian Athletes needed a baseball ambassador. So he came up with the idea of doing a annual baseball classic for the baseball players in this area. It's usually the seniors. Now we got more athletes involved, sophomores, juniors, and it's a 3-game set this year. Last night they kicked it off at South Effingham High School in the Corral. Okay, it was pretty cool watching it on the internet because I couldn't make that drive up there. I think the red team pulled it out in game 1, even though he told me it's not a 3-game series, even though his kids are probably looking at a 3-game series. But joining me now, as always, every year to talk about the annual Savannah FCA Baseball Classic, he's on the Coach's Corner hot seat, the Savannah FCA Baseball Ambassador, Jason Rockwell. What's up, Jason?
What's happening, Coach? Good to see you as always.
Hey, always a lot of fun talking about the FCA Annual Baseball Classic, and you kicked it off last night. So you have a bunch of kids playing, over 60 kids. I don't know what's going on. Can you hear that in the background?
I can hear that, but you sound good.
Okay, so I'm not going to worry about it. I guess they're doing a sound check.
Something's weird.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it was a great night last night. We good crowd out there for game 1 of this. It's a 3-game set. It's not a best of 2 out of 3 series. We're playing 3 games regardless. But these teams want to win all 3 games. One of these teams want to sweep the other one. And man, we had a great time last night. What a great night for baseball. Had I thought through the process a little more, I think I would have probably pushed Coach Farmer for having game 1 at BC last night rather than fight the traffic to get through Effingham and and all of that. But man, it was a great night, and I know we honored God in what we did and how we did it, and it was just pretty cool. It was great to know these young guys. A lot of these fellas I haven't had too much interaction with, over the years since my son has, graduated high school. Now he's graduated college and he's off and doing his own thing. But like you said, baseball's been a big part of my life. I think it always will be in one way, shape, or form. And this is just a way to kind of give back and give these guys one more memory if they're a senior in their baseballs, because at some point we're all told that we're not good enough to play at another level or the level that we're at now. And guys were very, very, Coach, thank you so much for this. This is awesome. I can't wait to get back out here tomorrow. So that for us, that's what it's all about.
Well, I know you really enjoy what you're doing. You've had that baseball in your blood for a long time. College baseball, playing in the men's baseball leagues and coaching. But when the Savannah Sandnats took off, did you think that your baseball calling would go further? And that, you got the Savannah FCA baseball ambassador title. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, well, that one came about. The chaplain thing with the Sandnats was way out of my comfort zone. Andy McGaffigan was my financial advisor at the time, and he played 12 years in the big leagues. It's another story how I met him. Super guy. Love Andy. And he was a chaplain for the Lakeland Tigers and in spring training. And I knew that, but I didn't know there's this organization called Baseball Chapel. And he called me up one day and said, "Hey, Rock, they need a chaplain for Savannah." He's like, "I know you love the game, you love the Lord," and I couldn't think of anybody else. Ha ha ha. And I remember that voicemail forever. And I got goosebumps when I heard it. I thought about it, prayed about it. I'm like, okay, let's go. And it was great. 9 years, while they were here. Tim Tuffle was my first manager with the Sandnats, and ended up Louis Rojas was here, won a championship in 2013. Went on to manage the Mets. Now he's a third base coach for the Yankees, getting yelled at by the Blue Jays for being out of the coaching box. But it, and then with the Sycamore camp, Sycamore at the stadium, this will be our 21st year this year, as long as we can still keep on plugging with it. But the FCA thing came about because of that, because FCA had partnered with me in the camp to give these kids New Testament Bibles, FCA sports Bibles. And I couldn't find anybody who was in the Savannah area representing FCA. So I reached out to a fellow named Brad Lane. And he met me on Saturday at camp. And he says, "Dude, we need to talk. You need to do, this is something that you need to keep on doing." I said, "Well, we are talking," the wise guy that I am. He said, no, we need to talk about doing this, getting you involved in FCA. So that's where it started with that. And that was a year after the Sandnats, left for Columbia. And, it was a good fit. It was my baseball fit. And, reaching baseball players, telling them about Jesus is just something that I like to do. It's the game can teach you so many life lessons. My gosh. Dagan Strickland last night went 3 for 3 with a bomb and a double and drove in 3. Today, he could go 0 for 3. It's just, that's the type of game that it is. So, and life's the same way,
And, the format this year, you're playing 3 games. It's not a 3-game series. You corrected me on that right away. But I think the kids think it's a 3-game series. I'll go with that, seeing the posts that are going all over Twitter. But, this year you've taken on sophomores and juniors. Is it because lack of seniors or to get more kids involved? How did that work out?
Yeah, we want to open it up to anybody and everybody, Carl. It's not just the seniors, to give them one final memory, but it's bringing the kids from the 3-county area. Next year, we want to expand that a little bit into the Hinesville area, because we have 3 schools that are right on our border. And, frankly, they're good ball players, and we know them as well. We want to bring them into the fold too. So, that's something we're going to talk about when this year's over. But, it's to bring those younger kids out. We had a couple of college coaches in the stands last night. And you know what? Hey, if we get a kid seen that wouldn't have normally been seen because his high school team isn't so hot, and he's out there on this stage, and we can bring in tell the coaches, hey, I emailed every coach, Carl. I made a couple of phone calls in the state of Georgia, and I reached across the river at USCB and some down in Jacksonville as well. Hey, here's a 3-game series. Coming in to Savannah, get a hotel, and you're going to see some good baseball. You don't have to go to Atlanta to a perfect game showcase or whatever. Come to Savannah. And that's all part of it too.
All right, so if you're just tuning in, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report live on the Coaches Corner Sports Network from the Soundgarden stage. We're talking the Savannah Area FCA 7th Annual All-Star Classic. I remember that first year playing over there at Memorial Field out there in Pooler. So that was a lot of fun watching you guys put that on, and small crowd, but it's grown to be something special. So today, they played last night up at South Effingham High School in Guyton. Today, doubleheader, 2 7-inning games. Tell us what's going on, and if somebody wants to get tickets, where they can find all this stuff.
Yeah, 2 7s starting at 2 o'clock. good matchups today. We got Mason Best, Savannah Christian going up against Garrett Wright from Richmond Hill. And then in the nightcap, the game 3 follows after the game 2 finish. We have a Effingham County matchup. We have Caden Kessler going up against, and I have to look. This is back in my broadcast. I have notes all over the place, Carl. Kessler is going up against, wait for it, Hendricks from Effingham. So it's two teammates going head-to-head on the rubber today. So that'll be a lot of fun. Tickets, you can walk up and buy them at the gate there at BC. Probably, I guess that's the old school way to do it. Or if you want to go to Savannah FCA, Savannah Area FCA on Facebook, you can find a link to tickets there as well.
Well, I'll be out there for the first game. I got to check it out. Guyton was just a little too far for me to go with my my old age body trying to repair itself, so I couldn't walk that far. So I'll be out there today. But it's always a great thing that we can get these all-star games on. The Savannah Area FCA just finished doing the lacrosse all-stars, which I heard was a very successful, even though it was a rainy, lousy night. So today, God's been good to us there, brother. It's very, very sunny out, and it should be a lot of fun.
Sunscreen.
Get sunscreen. Wait, make sure you wear your hat. You can get some merch here. Whoops. So
there you go.
Make sure you got your hat on, and it'll be a lot of fun. But you do a great job with it. And how is it going between the lines again? I saw you with the manager of the red team.
Yeah, man, that was so much fun. Tyler Helmley, the athletic director and coach for Memorial Day School, is a coach of the Green, and we held the draft this year, which is great. Years past, we've done city versus county or private versus public. This year, we wanted to do a draft, and man, that was good stuff. So he and I have this thing going back and forth, and it's last night we jumped out to a lead. I had. Here's my game plan, right? I got all this stuff, but you have a plan, and then something happens, and we ended up getting a lead. So I pitched a freshman last night, Gage Foskey from New Hampstead, the last 2 2/3, and he did very well. It was a low leverage situation for him. I knew he'd be nervous. We were up like I don't know what the score was at the time, 10-2 or something like that, 9-2. So and he did great. Gave up a couple of runs, but he threw strikes. And then for the last out, my gosh, Jack Murphy from BC, freshman. First baseman, catcher, hilarious kid. Looks really comfortable in the box. But Murph, I'm talking to the coaches about Foskey and bringing him in, and because Strickland, Dagan Strickland was going to come in and relieve the third guy, but I saved him for today. And Murph is just leaning back, going, "Coach, did I hear you? What, Coach? Oh, you want me to go warm up? Okay, I can get loose." I said, "Have you ever pitched?" He said, "No, not at all, but I really want to." So I brought him in for the last out. And it was so much fun, and he ended up striking the guy out. He was warming up, threw a couple to the backstop, and the umpire is looking at me, Chubby. I think Chubby, umpire, and he's, "Oh yeah, man, if looks could kill, man, I wouldn't be breathing right now. If he wanted to go home, it was bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, and I'm bringing in a new pitcher, with a 6-run lead. But it was just so much fun. Murphy's catching today; he's back in his element. But we gave him his memory, and he'll never forget that. And it's just so much fun to interact with the guys, and they're all saying, "Man, I love this three game format. We want to do it again next year. Next year we'll probably do wood bats." So I hate the sound of the metal. I'm a purist. I like that wood. You foul it off, you can smell it. It's burning wood and all that stuff. So you can't smell metal. So we're just looking to make this even better for the kids next year.
Well, it should be a lot of fun today. I'll be out there 2:00 at Benedictine. The first pitch will start, so get out there for pregame ceremonies and the rest that goes on. Concession stands, you name it, it'll be out there. You'll have a good time, and you're supporting the local kids that are part of this Savannah Fellowship of Christian Athletes 7th Annual Baseball Classic. Hey, it's been very, very good to me. Keep on doing that, buddy. You know that?
Thank you. I will. As long as I got breath in my lungs, man. Let's go.
You got it. I'll talk to you this afternoon.
All right. 10-4.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
I didn't even know Mr. Rockwell was a sports anchor until he started telling me when we first started talking about Sycamore at the park, at the stadium, Sycamore at the stadium, and then, of course, all these Fellowship Christian Athlete baseball classics. And he also was the head coach at Coastal Homeschool for almost 7 years. Did a great job over there. It was 7 years, so it's always a lot of fun. So if you can, 2:00, Benedictine Military School, 2 7-inning games. you'll get to see the Savannah Christian Athlete 7th Annual Baseball Classic with the green team. The green All-Stars taking on the red All-Stars. Should be a lot of fun. All right, next up, got to get out of here and wrap it up. Final steps out the door, 3 steps out the door. I'll give you my 3 favorite social media videos. I'll give you my little input on Carl's Corners editorial. So stay tuned. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Be back in 3 minutes. Don't go away. Remember, part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. You got to love it. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia. Because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why there's always sports, live music in the Soundgarden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dine-in service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. Come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room. If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia. Because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why there's always sports, live music in the Soundgarden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dine-in service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report live here on the Soundgarden stage. Where else? At Coach's Corner. Hey, you know what? Coach's Corner has some merch. That's the new thing, merchandise. Okay, I call it, T-shirts, hats. Well, I got my T-shirt, got my hat. I'm ready to go. Going over to the Savannah FCA 7th annual baseball classic. So I'm ready to go with my Coach's Corner merch. So when you come in for the show tonight, buy a T-shirt, buy a hat. Hey, support Coach's Corner. And that's what it is. It's great always to be here every Saturday morning on Soundgarden stage. Remember tonight, okay, the show is sold out. But if you go share, subscribe, that you have to share and subscribe, okay, to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report YouTube channel and put Driving and Crying in the YouTube channel comment, I'll randomly pick out the winner. You'll get 2 tickets for tonight's show. But also remember, you got to let me know who you are and how I can get in touch with you. So if you want, just text me, 912-507-9158, or email me at kdemasi@prepsportsreport.com. All right, let's wrap this up. 3 steps out the door. This is my favorite part where I go find, not my favorite part of the show, but favorite thing to do. Surf the internet and find whether it be Instagram Reels, whether it be Facebook videos or Reels or Twitter videos. Today, most of them comes from Instagram Reels. Unbelievable, okay? So the first one is a little basketball. Watch the guy dribbling down the court, gets it over to his teammate. His teammate takes it from one hand to the other and dunks it. Unbelievable video, I thought, or reel. Tell me that ain't special. All right, you heard of walking on water. How about skiing on water? Yeah, skiing on water, making it across the pond, and you don't sink into the pond. Pretty impressive. Watch this one.
People who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it.
Anything you want, you can get on the internet, okay? Now, I had a tie for my last video. Usually it's 3 out the door, okay? 3 steps out the door, 3 videos out the door. But I got to go with this one from the other night against the Mets, where the Braves came back again. I think it was the 4th comeback in a row. First, we have Ronald Acuna Jr. tying the game.
Oh, get up! Oh, it's out of here! Tie ball game!
You were so
Put it on the board! Yeah!
You were so nervous.
And then we got Ozzie Albies with the walk-off.
And that'll do it. Woo! Start the buses.
Poor Larry the Crown!
Oh,
Time to eat,
man.
boys. Time to eat!
That will do it.
I mean, unbelievable special. I mean, basketball moves, skiing across water, but most of all, the Atlanta Braves coming back to beat the Mets. Again, 3 straight comeback wins against the Mets. I feel bad for the Mets. I mean, they've lost 7 in a row. They lost again last night, giving up 13 runs. But you know what? I'm down here in Georgia for the last 28 years. I think I got a little alliance to the Braves more than the Mets or the Yankees. Pretty special right there. All right. Last thing I got to say is my editorial, Karl's Corner. The world of sports. It's just simply crazy what's going on in the world of sports. Okay, we got the PGA and Live Golf. We got Major League Baseball. We got the NBA playoffs. Wherever you or whatever you turn on, whatever source you listen to or go to, it's a lot of sports news, and it's just crazy. I mean, I've been in a chair for almost 2.5 months now, and just listening and hearing all about the sports, it's just crazy. It's crazy, but we need sports. Sports takes us away from life's not tragedies, but yeah, it does take us away from life's tragedy, but life stress. And sports is entertainment, and you get to enjoy it. And I mean, I can't be more thankful for what's going on. Do I like what's going on? No. But can we stop what's going on? No. Okay. I mean, I'm going to give you a quick example. Listening to Stephen A. Smith and I don't know what it is, the show it is on ESPN. But do you know Saudi Arabia has $45.43 billion invested in other companies in the United States. Hey, I lost a dear friend to 9/11. Do I like what the PGA is doing? No. But we can go to Walmart. We can go to Pinterest. We can go to Walt Disney World. We can go to about 100 different companies that Saudi Arabia's fund has invested in. So it's just a crazy world we live in. Don't agree with their human rights. Don't agree with what 9/11. But what are you going to do? I mean, it's the United States of America, democracy, the land of the free. People want to invest in our country. People want to invest in our businesses. It's tough to swallow knowing what happened back there in 2000, 9/11, 2001. It's just crazy. It's just a crazy world we live in. But as Rory McIlroy said, tongue twister, you know me, I botched something up during the show, somebody's name. It's all about the money. And that's what it's all about. It's all about the money. And who's supplying the money? We don't have to like. We don't have to live with. We don't have to accept. We don't have to go to whatever they're invested in. But look it up. They're invested in a bunch of businesses in the United States. So it's not just the PGA. So it's a crazy world we live in. Sports takes us away from our stress, but also may cause some stress. And to all those families that were affected by 9/11, I agree with you. It hurts. But there's nothing we can do about it because they're involved in so many other companies. All I can say is may all those people from 9/11 rest in peace. And that the United States has tried to curtail terrorism. But there's just nothing we can do about it. Our hands are tied. It's all about money. That's my editorial. Now to get on something special. What's going on here at Coach's Corner? Okay, right there tonight, Thomas Claxton the Myth will lead for Driving and Crying. Sold out show, but you see it scrolling. You see my phone number. If you go to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, you like the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, you subscribe. The key is subscribe to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report and put in the comment section on YouTube, Driving and Crying. You got a chance of getting into the sold out show tonight. I got 2 free tickets, courtesy of the man himself, the OG, the producer, Lawrence Bennett, and Coach's Corner. So right there, put Driving and Crying in the YouTube video comments, and you can win 2 tickets tonight. I'll randomly choose a winner. All right, there's my phone number. Text me that you've done that or email me at kdemasi@prepsportsreport.com, and I will add your name to the list. Once again, you want to get in the door? There it is. Next week, Saturday, January 17th at 7 p.m., we have Jupiter Coyote. And on Saturday, June 24th, we have Head Games Foreigner. 2 more shows that'll probably be sold out. So check it out. Get involved. And if you've never seen, Driving and Crying, here's a little excerpt. It's from a show in Atlanta. I tried finding the show somewhere around here in the Soundgarden, but they've been in the Soundgarden for years and years. But this is what you'll be missing if you don't go subscribe to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report YouTube channel.
I'm going straight to bed, just like my mama said. I'm going straight to bed.
Driving and Crying tonight on the Soundgarden stage, right where I'm sitting, on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Well, like I say every week, Lawrence, I know I'm going to be about 30 minutes short, but it's another great show. Thank you for listening. Got to thank the guest, Eric Adamski. If you need to get that banner again, here it is. I wonder if I can show 3 of them. There it is. Speedforneed.org. You want to help push somebody that has special needs or someone that can't run a 5K, 10K, go to speedforneed.org. Click on the volunteer cabinet. You could be the driver. That means you're the pusher. And, you also can get a person. They need commanders, track commanders to go in those chariots. So go check it out. Speed for Need. Go check it out. And you can help one of those. Eric Adamski, great job. Speedforneed.org. Go check it out. Once again, based on the premises of the father, Dick Hoyt, who pushed his special needs son, Rick Hoyt, for over 30 years at the Boston Marathon. And you know what, people? What I found amazing? One race, they did it in 2 hours and 40 minutes. 2 hours and 40 minutes pushing a track commander. Driving the track commander at the Boston Marathon, which is always on Patriots Day. I think that's the first Monday in April up there in Boston land. Got to thank, of course, our athlete of the week, coming from Savannah Christian Preparatory School, rising senior, two-time now 400-meter state champ, and now 200-meter champ, Jamari Space Ghost McIvory from Savannah Christian. Great kid, three-sport athlete, football, basketball, and track and field. And, of course, got to thank the Savannah FCA ambassador, Jason Rockwell, for coming on. Go to savannahfca.org. You can get your tickets today for this 2 more games. They played the first game last night at Guyton of the Savannah FCA 7th Annual Baseball Classic. Okay, they'll play a doubleheader today, 2 7-inning games over BC starting at 2 o'clock. Get your tickets there. All right. Thanked everybody. And Lawrence Better, as usual, you know it, buddy. Couldn't happen without you. 1 hour and 25 minutes. No, 1 hour and 26 minutes. I'm going to stretch it out to 1 hour and 27 minutes. But, yes, I appreciate, Lawrence, for all you do. And thank you for letting me get that little ticker at the bottom of the screen going. If you subscribe to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report YouTube channel, put Driving and Crying in the youtube.com comment section. You could possibly win 2 tickets to the sold-out show tonight for Driving and Crying, okay? So I appreciate it, Lawrence. So great show. As I say every week, I know I'm a broken record, broken CD, broken DVD. Whatever you're doing today, tomorrow, always hit out of the park. Until I speak to you again next week, may it always be your best week ever. God bless. Say a prayer for everybody in Ukraine. Say a prayer for what's going on in this crazy world. And once again, sports relieves us from all the stress that we have to deal with. And I really have to appreciate John Henderson and Adele Henderson. Let me be part of the Coaches Corner Sports Network. Peace out. God bless. Talk to you next week.